let's get ready for a little bit of awareness in the shoulders and a little bit of challenge today too. So we're going to start off with a variation of scapula push-ups. So scapula, your shoulder blades, we want to be able to create that gliding and that movement there, but we also want to create some support. So if it feels comfortable, have a seat on your calves just like this. If it's a little challenging, and I know it was for me when I first started, so take another option. You may want to take a block, have a seat on your block, and just sitting comfortably in easy pose, so one shin in front of the other, or cross legs if that feels better, okay? So we're gonna lengthen through the spine, open the chest. Maybe start with a breath first. We're gonna take the arms up as if you're gonna place them and press, like you're gonna press a wall away. So in some of the other videos, you've seen our cat-cow, so imagining this position on the floor or on your mat, the hands are flat, just like that. So we've got our imaginary wall in front of us, that lengthening of the spine, and we're just gonna push the wall away. So we're keeping that focus in the upper back and then drawing the shoulder blades back. So this may be the best place for you to start to kind of build that awareness, especially if it feels uncomfortable for you as well with going on the knees or being in that tabletop position. So I'm inhaling, opening my chest, just kind of mimicking, again, like I said, that cat-cow. And take your mind there. I've talked before about how important it is to really think about the area of the body that we're trying to affect. So I'm thinking and imagining my shoulder blades drawing and coming closer together, and then imagining them just separate and spread apart. And I can feel that turning on of those, what we like to call boxer muscles, our serratus anterior. So just kind of on the outside here, coming closer around towards the chest and around attaching with the lats. So feel that connection. And that's how we turn things on. I even feel my triceps, the back of the arms, turning on as I push away. And it may look simple, but it feels like a lot. So if you need to just shake out the shoulders a little bit, then do that. All right, so take your block away. Have a seat, and then we're just going to do a little opening up for that mid-spine or the thoracic spine. So I'm going to take my block, place it behind me, and I'm just going to lay it again so that it's on its middle height. It may take a little bit of playing here, but we like to maybe start around, imagine bra line, okay, or where you might put, I don't know, a heart rate monitor or something. So I just feel my shoulder blades just a little bit above the block. I'm resting my hips down. I'm going to take my hands, lace my fingers, and just allow my head to be supported with my hands. And I'm drawing my elbows in close. So it may be a tendency to kind of want to spread and have the elbows open, but we want to close them in a little bit, just again to get a little bit more focus, maybe an additional stretch here in the lats as well. But my head and my neck are relaxed. That's important. I'm going to inhale just as I allow my head to come back a little bit closer towards the floor, and then exhale as I come forward. So now it's not a crunch. So you don't want to think of this as an abdominal exercise. You want to think about, again, imagine the spine kind of lengthening and extending here. And then just imagine it peeling away from the block, even though it doesn't leave, but just imagine one vertebrae at a time kind of lifting off. Breath in. And you'll see that each breath you take, you'll probably be able to come a little bit deeper. Now, if you can't, it doesn't mean that you're doing something wrong. It just means you need to just take your time and get used to this movement. Inhale and exhale. Now here's an option if it feels good to just settle back. So you can take your breath in. If your head comes back, maybe take the arms out and just settle there. You can see too that this is a great offset for that forward shoulder posture, or that forward head carriage even. So at the end of the day, if you've been at your work desk all day, you're hunched over, you're on your laptop, just do a few breaths in this thoracic extension. And as I said, if it feels good to settle here, then do that. So I'm going to take my hands back, pull in my waist a little bit for that support, and then just draw my head up. And I'm going to take my knees off to the side and press myself up. So I already feel that nice opening in the chest. All right, let's come on up. Come to the top of your mat. Stand nice and tall. Feel that little bit of lengthening in the lower tailbone there, or in the lower back. Inhale up. Exhale. Folding forward. Breath in for your half lift. Exhale down. All the way up. Fold. Half lift. Hands all the way down to your mat. Step back. We're just going to take a little variation here of side plank. So I'm going to drop the knees down, shift my hips back a little bit, turn my left shin out. Now you're going to see that my foot actually comes beyond my mat. If you find that the positioning is not ideal with the alignment of the shoulders and the hands, then just walk it back a little bit. Take that turn of the shin. I'm lengthening my right leg out now, planting my foot and opening up the top arm. So I feel some support now, a better alignment here with the shoulder over the wrist. And a little turning on of the waist. So I'm almost wrapping my lower rib cage forward. Take the top arm down, downward dog. We did a lot of turning on of the shoulders. So again, even in your downward dog, feel that support as you kind of push your hands forward towards the front of your mat. Take a breath in, look to the top of your mat, bend your knees, and just walk yourself in. And fold. Rise up. Breath out. Half lift. Fold. Take the legs all the way back out again into that plank position. Drop to the knees. This time I'm shifting back a little bit to make sure my alignment's going to be proper here. I'm going to turn my right shin out, left leg long this time. Check in, hug that shoulder back, or that little shoulder blades down into the socket, and then lifting up the top arm. So again, I talked about those ribs kind of coming forward, pushing the floor away. And you're going to need this again, that cue again a little bit later, so keep that in mind. That means, uh-oh, what's coming? The challenge I talked about at the beginning. Take it down, and downward dog. Okay. All right, let's come into some standing poses. Inhale the right leg up. Come on through, breath out. Heel to arch. Warrior two. Opening out and externally rotating that right thigh. Centering off the torso above the pelvis. And just feeling that drop or that settling into the shoulders. So not lifting up, but that settle in and that energy out through the middle fingers on each side. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, come all the way down. Downward dog, or take your vinyasa with your chaturanga. Exhale. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Left leg up. Come on through. Warrior two. Find your breath if you've lost it. Inhale, reverse. Breath out, come all the way down. Your choice. Downward dog, or come with me for the flow. Press up nice and strong into that upward facing dog. I'm still pulling the belly back for that support around for the lower back. I'm opening the chest and drawing the shoulder blades closer together. Tucking the toes, pushing back into downward dog. Adding on, right leg up. Exhale, come in. Warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Now we're coming into humble warrior. You may want to grab your strap. So I know I have a long enough strap that I can take it around behind me and just find a comfortable position. So if we come a little closer, then it is a little bit more challenging. So I'm going to go a little bit wider to make that space. And we're just going to turn the torso this time towards the inside or the inner thigh of that front leg. I'm opening my chest. Again, we did that shoulder blade work at the beginning, so I feel that the shoulder blades are coming together. I'm still pulling and holding the rib cage back a little. I'm going to inhale, allow my hands to leave the back of the hips and come forward into that humble warrior. Lose the strap, come on up, reverse. And we're coming into extended side angle now. So I'm keeping that length or that distance with the legs. I'm just dropping my right forearm just gently down into that front thigh. I don't want to rest and allow the shoulder to fall in here or the ears to fall into the shoulders. I want support, so I draw the shoulder back, barely have any weight of that forearm there, and the top arm is up. Back off if you need to. Maybe you come a little bit higher. This is a lot for the legs. Take the top arm down. Your choice. Chaturanga, upward dog, downward dog, or just come into your downward dog. Take a breath. Left side up. Warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Grab your strap. You want to feel strong and supported in your base here. So really think about the feet. I'm pushing into the outer part of my back foot. I'm pushing down strong with my front foot. And out breath can take the stretch a little bit deeper. So I move the arms a little bit further away from the direction of the hips. And then slowly come away from that. And reverse. Extended side angle, breath out. You can see again the difference between this and this. More ideal, healthier for the shoulder. And take it down. Downward dog. So you might be saying to yourself, I'm dead already. But we keep going, okay? Or we pause and that's all we do for today. So again, it's going through these poses or going through the classes and seeing what we can handle. Maybe doing a little bit more sometimes, maybe doing a little bit less. But it's keeping in mind that just because you do a lot on one day doesn't mean that every day will be like that. So be good to yourself. All right, so if you're coming with me, we're adding on. Right leg up. Exhale, come through. Warrior two. And don't forget to smile while you practice. It helps. Reverse. Humble warrior. Grab your strap. Reverse inhale. Extended side angle. We add on here, we're going to take the top arm down, lift the back heel up, and I'm just going to heel toe my front foot a little bit further away into a more parallel alignment of the feet. I'm going to hug that left shoulder back and come into that low lunge or the revolved low lunge here. Take an option of being down on the knee if that's what you need. And we did our prep work at the beginning. So we had a little bit of, we did a little time in that variation of side plank. So we're gonna try that here. So take the top arm down, come back into plank, shift your weight into your right hand, and you can come fully into side plank here, or again, take that option of that variation we did at the beginning by dropping that knee down. So if I'm resting on my right hand, my right knee is down, I turn the shin out, and I open here. If you want that full experience, ready for that today, or you want to give it a try, push that floor away, draw the bottom ribs forward, and smile. And breathe. Downward dog. Left side, inhale. Step it through. Warrior two. Reverse. Open the chest. Get it ready for your humble warrior. Shift. Shift your weight there. Inhale for your reverse. Exhale. Extend it. Let's prepare. Take the right hand down. Lift the right heel. Open up the left arm. Now frame the foot with the hands back into your high plank for a moment. Come into side plank on the left side. Or again, option here. Top arm down, downward dog. Come on down. Feel free to repeat that flow. Really? Yeah, you can. All right, or come on down to the belly. Let's do a little stretch again for the chest. So I'm going to take my left arm out, just in a little bit of like a cactus position, almost. Lay my head down, so I'm looking towards my right hand, and my right fingers are going to be just like a little kickstand, okay, just on my fingertips. I'm going to turn more onto my left side, maybe bend the right knee, take the right toes down behind me. And I'm just using that right hand to just give me a little bit more of a stretch if I need it by pushing the floor away slightly. And then come forward. Same thing, other side. My little kickstand, little cactus arm, roll onto my right side, bend the left knee, left toes behind my leg. And just remember to soften your face. Come on back. Push yourself back, and we come into child's pose. Take the knees nice and wide, or the width of your mat or more. As long as the big toes touch, push the heels or the hips back towards the heels. And then walk yourself down, forehead down. Just rest there for a few breaths. Child's pose is an amazing opportunity to just feel your thoughts coming a little bit more inward. You don't see anybody else. You don't see anything else around you. Focus is just completely internal. Feel free to close your practice there, or if you do have time for a little Shavasana, then take that opportunity. Namaste.